it is time to close out our time together this evening. But hopefully this is just the start and not the end of this conversation. So please stay involved. To help take us out this evening, I'm so pleased to introduce my rabbi, Rabbi Daniel Bogard with Central Reformed Congregation in St. Louis.
Thank you, Denise, and thank you to everyone who has come here today, everyone who's been involved in organizing this sacred work to protect our democracy. Our Torah portion this week is one of the most famous and most confounding stories in the whole Bible. We find ourselves enslaved in the land of Egypt, fighting for recognition, for freedom, for civil rights. And so this week we have the story of our great union organizer, Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, our rabbi, speaking truth to the power of Pharaoh's throne, demanding that he let our people go. And so 10 times Moses goes before Pharaoh, and 10 times Pharaoh agrees to let his people go. And then 10 times, we are told, Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and justice was subverted under Pharaoh's lust for power and control. But what stands out is that while for the first 5 plagues Pharaoh hardens his own heart, for the final 5 plagues, the Torah teaches it is God who hardens Pharaoh's heart. Rabbis for thousands of years have debated and argued over what this means. If God hardened Pharaoh's heart, after all, then do we not have free will? Are we not responsible for our actions and for their consequences? I want to suggest that what the Torah is teaching is a truth about us and our world. That we only get so many chances to object, to scream out, to do what is right, to unharden our own hearts before it's too late. And no matter how much we might cry out or want to change our way, when our collective hearts have become too hardened, when the heart of democracy has become too hardened, there's nothing we can do but watch. A year ago, today, an armed mob of anti-democratic insurrectionists filled with white resentment in their hearts, stormed our capital and threatened our democracy. This was and is certainly a plague upon our republic. But let us make no mistake, it was not the first plague, and it will not be the last. We've endured plagues of multiple minority-rule presidencies. We've endured plagues that have attempted to subvert our judiciary and the legitimacy of our courts. And yet, our nation has all too often responded by going about our business. And we have hardened our hearts in ways that evermore lock us into this authoritarian spiral that we are speaking out against today. Sometimes it's easier to harden our hearts than to deal with the messy, often brutal work of preserving democracy for the next generation. But we must internalize this lesson from Torah. For there are only so many times that our republic can sustain these anti-democratic plagues before time runs out, and the beating heart of our democracy becomes cold and calcified and hardened beyond our control. And so this is my prayer for us. May we recommit ourselves to the sacred task of ensuring democracy for the next generation. May we do the holy work of melting the frozen places in the heart of America. And may we not delay, for time is running out. Thank you.